things up. Why don't you walk me through the board?
I believe there's a championship team that we could afford because everyone else undervalues them, like an island of misfit toys.
Great movie, and that is a scene from the hit movie Moneyball with Brad Pitt.
The award-winning book, In Pursuit of Pennants, is sometimes called sort of a prequel to Moneyball. It's coming out in paperback just in time for the new baseball season, and it was written by a Minneapolis guy. Joining us now at mid-morning, one of the authors, Dan Levitt. Dan, thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us about the book, In Pursuit of Pennants. What was your motivation to get writing, and what did you find?
Well, the idea is that Moneyball, the idea of trying to get ahead through Moneyball, that idea, teams have always been trying to do that.
Sure.
Whether it was the Yankees in the 20s kind of inventing the general manager position, or the farm system in the 30s with the Cardinals, all the way to today and all the video stuff that's going on. And Moneyball was just one of those, and our goal was to try and find other interesting things throughout baseball history that did that as well.
We see changes in the Twins front office last year, Derek Falvey coming in, and how big of a role does the front office play in what you see on the field?
Well, the front office role is huge. I mean, one of the things that we did in this book is when the hardcover came out, we ranked the top GMs of all time on our website to try and get some publicity. And when we would talk about the book, people just wanted to talk about the rankings, not really about the book.
Of course.
So we actually put the rankings in.
Put it in the book.
Yes, exactly.
Who's number one?
Branch Rickey, who integrated baseball when he brought in Jackie Robinson, which, of course, was huge for all the social reasons. It changed the game. But the other interesting thing from a narrow team-building perspective is that the teams in the National League that integrated first were the best teams. So there was a team-building element to this as well, which is, of course, part of the reason Branch Rickey did it.
When they won. I mean,
Right,
that also, like, ultimately, that's what you're trying to do
Right,
here.
for the Dodgers, yeah, absolutely.
When you look at the Twins historically, front office, how does it rank?
You know, Terry Ryan was great, and the team was really good in the early 2000s, but clearly something was changing in baseball with both the statistical analysis and the video. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of video now, and the Twins sort of fell behind in their front office, and you just need the bandwidth to be able to analyze all of this stuff. And I think part of what the new team is doing is they've created this bandwidth. They brought in a lot of people. You know, the Twins were one of the lowest in terms of the number of people in their baseball operations group, and now they're right up there in the middle, if not towards the top.
So you're a Twins fan.
Absolutely.
You're going to the game on Saturday.
Yes.
Do you have a prediction for how they will do this season? They played in the wild card game last year.
I think they should get back to that. It's hard to see them catching Cleveland, but you know, Cleveland's got some weaknesses. Their batters, I mean, their hitting is not all that great. They have great pitching. I don't see them catching Cleveland, but I certainly see them. I think getting back to the playoffs is a real possibility.
Great, that's what we like to hear.
All right.
The book is called In Pursuit of Pennants, out in paperback. Dan, thanks so much for coming in.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Here's to opening day, I think. Home opener, everybody feels good about it. Other than the weather, Mike. I mean,